Welcome to another cast of VRML Breachers. Tonight's a little bit different. It is going to be the Challengers Cup Finals. Today we have an exciting game. Between Eternity and Empire. I got to double check the names. I'm pretty sure it says that. But my name is Martini, and today I have Gravy or Old Gravy. Sorry, full names here, right? Old Gravy in the casting booth with me. How are you doing today?
Oh, I am. I'm doing well. I'm really excited for this. And we have a very great big game ahead of us. And yeah, this is going to be who decides who gets that 8th seed for that skin. It's exclusive, you know.
I know. I don't know if y'all have seen it. We've had some stream intros. We've had a couple things dropped out, but it's going to be a nice new red finalist skin this time around. I think it does look pretty nice. I'm still a big fan of the blue from season 1. But how do you feel about the finalist skin? One of these two teams today will be able to come out and get it.
Yeah, and and I'm happy that this season it's a mix. It's not the same teams. There's a lot of new teams and new players this go around. So I do know like both of these teams, majority of these players do not have a singular finalist skin. So it's kind of nice to be able to bang one of those in the pocket and be able to have one of those because now they can rock that around.
I mean, how do you feel about these two teams we've seen matched up today? So it's Eternity and Empire, right? I know on my stream yesterday when I was running one of them, I think I got Empire in round 3. To me, they seemingly kind of came out of nowhere, right? They came out, they had 2 wins back to back. They did very well against Pantheon. I believe they went on to play against Eternity. They, unfortunately for them, they lost. The way I saw it was more of, I think Eternity was kind of a shoo-in or the expected winner anyways, because technically, reminder for those that are not aware, they're actually 7th seed towards the end of the season, at least Saturday night. But come Sunday, the last day of the league, Aspect comes in, wins their game, and knocks them out and forces Eternity to have to fight it out in the Challengers Cup. And they obviously performed very well. They got this far, so it was kind of expected. But for me, I was looking at all the others, when I was doing the casting, when I was looking at the other stream, I was wondering which team is going to basically be that 2nd place. Which team is going to be good enough to play against Eternity and hopefully give them a run for their money. And it looks like it came out to be Empire. Did you have any strong opinions on either of the teams playing today?
Not necessarily. I do know Empire, though, in particular. It was definitely a wild card for a lot of these predictions. This team just pretty much came out of nowhere and took that spot and is now competing, in the final best of 3 for that skin. I don't think a lot of teams people were necessarily thinking this team was going to be one of the two. I heard a lot of USA. I also heard a lot of Beaver Tails, but I didn't hear anybody say Empire. So Empire definitely showed out here, and Eternity is going to have to go ahead and do exactly what they tried to do yesterday when they played, because I do believe they did play yesterday, right? And Eternity did win. I mean, it's just one map.
Yeah, Eternity did already beat them, but again, it is Challengers Cup, and the difference there is it's only a best of 1, right? You can't do too much here. So Empire, they are going to have a second chance to really fight back Eternity. They are technically on the back heel, considering they've already lost to Eternity, but they've had a day, kind of take a breather. And on top of that, they know they have the best of 3. They can finally choose other maps, because that's something to really consider in the Challengers Cup because of all the banning system and the amount of maps. You're really chancing it on which map people are going to end up choosing, right? Maybe it lucks out and it's the other team's better map or yours. There's so much variability there, and it kind of feels RNG like sometimes when you kind of consider that for Challengers Cup, because it's only the one map. But Empire is going to finally have some breathing space, so even if they lose the first map or lose one of the maps, they do have 3 maps to come back in. And I think reminder here, I believe overtime is turned on, so that means there will not be any ties this time around. They will win map by map, which I actually have been looking forward to. I know ever since the overtime was implemented from that ranked season in Breachers, I was kind of looking forward to it being used in league play, right? So I think this is our first chance of really seeing it get used, and it should be fun. Like, to me, overtime is so interesting because it really is a coin flip, and I think it really depends on the team skill there, right? Because even though the teams can choose, the better team, quote unquote, with more points can choose the side. I saw it last night. It was, I think, the Vanguard versus the Empire game where it came to overtime. Vanguard had the more points. They chose the side that they felt stronger on, but they still lost to Empire there. So it's still whoever is a better team in that that overtime round. It's very interesting to see because there's no eco choices because everyone gets the exact same amount. The only difference is who gets to choose the side, right?
Right. And then also correct me if I'm wrong, but going into this, it's going to be based on rounds, not maps. So even if you win 2 maps, if those 2 maps are close, 7-5, 7-5, but then the one map that they do win is like a blowout 7-0, technically they have more round wins. Do they get the victory?
I think it's always map wins first, and then maybe it falls down to rounds. But with overtime, I think that kind of gets squashed, right? Because the idea is they're always going to win on map win. Oh. Yeah, best of 3 with overtime, so we should not have to run into rounds because they're gonna have one map win, and the third one's always gonna be a tiebreaker because of rounds. So, fortunately for us, we don't have to care about doing the round math anymore. With overtime, it makes it really easy. You either win the map or you don't, right? There's nothing else to worry about at that point, right?
Yeah, I think that was just a big thing during the main season of not being able to have overtime was because of that MMR system. But now that we're in the final aspect of it, we don't have to. We don't have
well,
to
I think something to consider too, though, is during the main season, by the time overtime was implemented, it was like what, halfway through. So you could consider the fact, like if I were a mod, I would consider the fact, well, if we did it right now, we would kind of theoretically invalidate some of these earlier maps. But anyways, let's not overdo the overtime talk that's still gonna be decided. It looks like we are gonna be going right into Factory as the first map here. Yeah, Factory definitely an interesting choice here, and like I always say, it's the bread and butter. You got the butter, which is going to be Hideout because that's the other fan favorite, but bread is definitely Factory. I mean, how do you feel about this being the first map choice here?
I mean, Factory, it's a solid pick. I mean, it's definitely a safe pick starting off. It's not like, you're not pulling out your ace in the sleeve super early, in case you practice a lot of ship or practice a lot of dam, one of those maps that don't get picked a whole lot. If you practice that one a whole lot more, you want to keep that one in the sleeve there. This one's a safe bet. You could this one can go either way on a very safe and balanced map such as Factory, as it's definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they approach it, because it is tried and true. It's been done 10 different ways, and that's a good and bad thing, right? These teams really have the understanding of these maps, but so does the other team. So it's how do you approach the attack sites, and it can be a little bit challenging. But anyways, looks like Empire is getting set for this push in, probably going in for an A push, which is the common one.
Yeah, not a whole lot of big brain moves you could really pull off on this map. Everything's already been done. It really comes down to gun skill at this point.
Honestly,
who could shoot them first, and who's gonna come?
Or
out
better utility usage.
Yep, basically. I love that bubble sound coming out from that cyclone. It's just such a fun noise. Different. All right, they're gonna be blowing up that wall there underneath that hatch. That's gonna go ahead and possibly, if they can get that EMP down, that could be a wraps for them. However, they're not able to watch that cross because of that smoke. It's going to be very hard for 7ZK to go ahead and stop that, because IGL guy is going to swing in there, and they're going to all swing in there. Lots of back and forth. Someone needs to hurry up and try to get on that roof, as Red is all gunned down by himself. However, they were able to get one person on the roof. They snuck out the front rather than the back.
Oh, that was so close. I think they got a couple taps on that EMP, but 7ZK coming in for the clutch there. Eternity trying to get this defuse here. 7ZK almost getting the pick. Does get the pick, and it now comes down to Drone Guy versus 7ZK. Are they going to be able to get the defuse off? And they can! And that was insane. I think Eternity had just got so many taps on that EMP. I don't think 7ZK was ready for it, unfortunately, because I don't know if y'all caught that, but he was running all the way up just to catch up with that.
Wow. I mean, honestly, I think that was just a blunder. I mean, a little bit more, couple more peeks, and not let them get so many taps on it. I mean, he was on the roof. He was in position to go ahead and just stop that Eternity defuse. But I guess it was just a little bit of nerves of not wanting to peek and get headshot and just give the round.
I wonder if 7ZK was aware of how many taps they had gone on that, because I know they started the defuse a little bit earlier by the time he was running up there.
Yeah, and he wasn't peeking. He probably thought it was like just a little, like a tap, to try to get in the peek.
But I think they probably knew where they were because they'd already gotten several picks before they took that site back. And they could probably hear 7ZK running to the hatch there. So they had a good... That was good. I mean, I think Eternity knew how many taps they had on it. If they only have one tap left, it's kind of like, honestly, just go for it and hope for the best, right? What else can you do at that point?
really in that position, you're kind of at a loss. It's really hard to kill that person up on hatch. So I think they did the right thing on defusing that bomb. And yeah, that is a round in the pocket for Eternity. With this economy, that is huge. So Eternity is already starting off this map strong on defense. And it looks like they're going to be starting taking a little bit of space. You see the very common A push here as they go ahead and blow open the hatch, use the drone, get some space, get some intel.
I think something to notice, Eternity's defense is actually pretty conservative. We haven't really seen too many deep roamers from them. I know a lot of teams tend to try out a roamer on the third floor, but that's not the case here. It looks like they're playing it safer, maybe trying to see how Empire's going to approach all of this.
Nade coming out, not getting any damage there. As they're going to go ahead and start set up. They have 3 people down on that floor now. Taking some damage to the trips. That's an interesting trip spot. I don't think I've seen that one very often, but it worked. Got a lot of damage on Cohen, and an instant does the rest of the damage. And another S-tier nade. Util being used perfectly by this Eternity squad. Really stopping this Empire squad from making any advancements. I guess it was a smart idea to just have a whole bunch of people on site right there because they're just throwing a ton of util.
I will say the utility usage here, amazing. And the fact they got that instant kill, which already doesn't happen that often, with a combined frag kill, it's kind of the same. Doesn't got to go for the swing here, gets the pick off on Icon. Now coming down to just red here. I mean, at this point, when you're playing red, you're gonna probably peel out. Never mind, it's a 1v5. Maybe they're gonna run or play it out. I'm wondering, do you go for the save? Like, there's not much you can do here in a 1v5. They have the SMGs on the other side on top of that.
In red, we trust. He's got this.
In red, we trust. But yeah, no, I know Eternity's got to feel different for Empire. I saw them dominating, in the Challengers Cup. Never mind, Marui gets that last pick there on red. But, something I did see yesterday when I was streaming the Empire team, I was just like, what, this is a good team. They attack very fast. It feels so coordinated. But that was against the other teams in the CC. I didn't unfortunately get to see their Eternity Empire game there. But I can't imagine it playing out the same way because they did lose against them. So I know their attack works very well against some of the lower teams in terms of the Challengers Cup, but it looks like Eternity is giving them definitely a run for their money. And especially this round's going to be very, very difficult for them considering that the economy differences are pretty big here.
Yeah, and I mean the util placements of those trips last round. You don't see those trips on the bottom orange stairs. It was smart because he foams the wall and wants to get set up behind that little head spot. No one's really checking for those. I mean, I guess maybe the drone can, but that's not something really people prioritize with the drone. And I might have to steal those. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly, that's my favorite thing about Challenger Cup. Sometimes you see more weird strategies than you usually see, with the Master Tier team. So
the meta ones are just so used up. Everyone knows exactly where to look now for the trips. You gotta do some weird spots. The weird spots work.
Yeah, definitely a lot of love in the chat for Empire though. So it looks like we do have a good amount of Empire fans in the chat, hoping they can win it out. But Eternity definitely giving them some strong showing right now. And again, normally. Actually, no, they are playing a little more aggressive this time. You see Viper Guy going in for the roam on the Eternity side at this point, and it looks like Empire is going to figure out how they want to approach this.
Yeah, they're coming in with full Omen squad. They are ready with Omens in hand. However, Eternity does still have some Omens, a Viper, and some one-tap headshot potential with the Vezin and Marui. Not seeing a whole lot of wallbanes come out with that Marui because it does have a very nice wallbane penetration. S-tier nade! Oh! Taking out adapt and getting Cohen down to low HP.
Honestly, again, unexpected frag, but that was an S-tier frag. If I've seen one.
I was thinking it was going to be a double kill. I got really, really low, but two picks would have been really, really awesome to see. But yeah,
nerf the radius damage though, because I swear some of those things should get more kills.
That would have definitely gotten to before. But yeah, we're going for an A push this time. Looks like they got a quick rotate, and they blew up the wall, but they're stopping the push. Beautiful pre-fires from IGL guy. Walked right into that. ZK's pushing in. Does take out one. Swings out. Does get refragged by IGL guy. Another win for Eternity squad as they're going to go ahead and keep that Vezin, and he's looking for that Marui right now. They're going to be looking really nice when it comes to economy coming into this.
Yeah, they're definitely rolling in with the punches. Someone in the chat said Eternity has been through it, and yeah, they have been through these games time and time again. I believe this squad is a little quote unquote newer. It's not like old Eternity and like they've been around for a hot minute, but Eternity is still playing very, very good of a game. But one thing to consider, this is them on the defending side. This might be more of the case of, is it a side difference here? Is Empire going to come back themselves on that defending side? Which again, because of overtime, that's a big deal. They can force a really good defensive half and force it in overtime. That still allows them to rerun this and see if they can win out on an overtime, right? So I'm excited to see overtime used. I'm just happy we have this because it's so fun to see it used and try it out, right, in playoffs here of all places.
Yeah, overtime is going to definitely be hype. That final round, that's basically going to depict who the winner is. It's always a hype moment. But yeah, this round right here is a huge round, Martini. I mean, look at the amount of spending coming out from both of these teams.
Yeah,
I think if Eternity loses, though, I still believe that Eternity can buy out again a bunch of Vezins and Omens and such.
Yeah, maybe not like a full buyout because of that 3,200, but definitely a good
Empire definitely got to win this one. This is a big round for Empire.
They are suffering around the round. They need a win. They need at least one win on this attacking half. It looks like Icon getting a pick off on Vezin guy there, and that's finally going to give them some kind of lead in one of these rounds.
Yeah, that's a very, very quick pick right there. I mean, kind of sitting right there in the open makes it easy pickings for the person that blows up the hatch. So quite unfortunate to be Vezin guy, but it does look like they're going to be getting set up. They don't have any roamers coming out of Eternity. They're very site heavy. I mean, they're playing a little bit off site, but they're not playing up on orange, which is not
I think they're playing extended at most. And Marui guy gets a pick off on IADAP there. They probably were not expecting that. Yeah. Oh, and it's the EMP on top of that. That's going to be a big deal.
Cohen went and retrieved it. But still on gravel, and Marui guy knows there's still another one on gravel. So might go ahead and try to contest that. Flash coming out. But it looks like they're going to be retrieving right back up onto orange and be starting this push here soon as their team is ready. They're just waiting to blow that wall and start their push. Wall's blown up. Smoke comes out. Another coming out again.
Oh, it's another frag. Oh my, 7K there getting knocked. They're not getting a pick off on Cohen there. Red gets that pick though. This is now still a 2v3. They're going for the shots. Goes for the swing, gets the pick. Unfortunately, not enough as it's still a 1v2 for Icon here. And it looks like they actually rotated to the other side. And it looks like there's no gadgets. So no one is aware that Icon is coming in through this angle.
He's going to be facing them head on right here, though, as soon as he swings that. Oh, wait, no, the smoke might be useful. Put a push up through that smoke. Push it. Oh. Nice. Good pick. Now it's a 1v1. He does know where he's at.
This is a Marui versus Vezin 1v1, by the way.
He doesn't have EMP, though. Icon getting the kill, giving them their first round win on the board.
That is a round that they need. That's a clutch if I've seen one.
It is. It definitely is. But if he went around the other way and went through War Room instead, he possibly could have caught them completely off guard because, they're not going to be facing
that. That was still up to gun skill, to be quite honest.
Still worked. That was all gun skill right there from Icon.
I mean, good showing. Finally, Empire needed that, though.
Yeah, the smoke disappeared right in front of. If he did push up through that smoke, it would have been really bad, actually, because that smoke would have disappeared. He would have been sitting duck.
Yeah, it would have been a very, very different ending there, I think. But it still works out for the Empire players, finally getting a round win. And to your point, they're going to need it. Look at that economy. We're seeing a lot more bigger buys this time. See Vezins, Triple Marui, and All Real. And it looks like Eternity is going to be going in for a different kind of buy here. Probably go more conservative, considering that we're seeing more SMGs this time around for them.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be saving up so they can all buy again next round if needed, because there is one more round after this before the switch. So they just want to make sure they have enough money to go ahead and buy if, in the worst case, they're planning for the worst case, if they ended up losing this round as well. But it's not impossible. I mean, they do got some pretty big buys in there. They do still got a Vezin, got some Omen and a Viper. However, it will be a little bit harder against this Empire squad as they have full Marui. That's a lot of wallbane potential. Oh, I'm sorry, there is a Euro and Vezin in there. Well, still lots of Maruis. That's a lot of wallbane potential. That is true. That's the majority.
They're totally fine. I think they're totally fine. But Eternity definitely gonna have to figure out something here. But a lot of love in the chat for Eternity though too. I've seen like someone says this is an easy, this is a confirmed win for Eternity, and I'm like, I was thinking that the first couple rounds, but Empire did get one.
everyone believes that Eternity does deserve this. I mean, they were so close to not even having to play CC. They did get actually knocked down from playing Havoc. If they won against Havoc, their last match, they would not be playing CC. And they did. It was the last map too. They were up 5-1, and then they ended up losing that one. Havoc came back and won that map.
Well,
very unfortunate.
It was their fault, right?
Yeah. Came down to gun skill, I guess. I don't know. Could have been something.
I know a lot of shots coming out from both sides. I don't think anyone has gotten any chip damage here, so definitely very good care from both sides. Anyways, looks like the breach is coming out now, finally from the Empire squad. Both sides going live, and it looks like the frags are coming out. Are they gonna land any? No chip damage from that either.
No, the nades did not make it out of those breachable walls. They did hit a piece of geometry and not get any damage. However, they're starting the EMP plant super early. They're getting the EMP plant down quick before they got any picks. EMP is down, and they have 4 players still up. You know how many people they're throwing up on the roof right now? Look at that.
1,
They're
2,
all hitting the
roof. And then it looks like 7CK playing kind of that backup now on the other side here. But yeah, 1, 2, 3 players.
There's no way.
On the hatch there,
they have to absolutely sell to lose this. There's no way. This is such a hard retake.
This is game. Well, this is round, not game. This is round, I think, for Empire. You can't miss it. I mean, once you get the hatch set up, once it gets going, you're pretty set up there. Getting that pick off from Icon there on IGL. I adapt getting the other one. This is what I'm saying. This is shooting fish in a barrel when you get that hatch play.
Yeah, Viper guy is doing the smart thing. He's like, I cannot defuse that right now. So I'm just gonna stay right here so I don't die. Gonna go ahead and save that weapon there.
He's got a Aurel though. Can he get a Marui? Or is
it's right in front of him. Right in front of him. Does he do it? He's doing it. He
did.
He was looking at it.
I know. They're staring. They're like, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. But anyways, Empire coming in with a good showing here. That was a pretty good round. I mean, that was a very cheeky, I think, plan. They went immediately in for the plant. They were watching. I don't know if you noticed. Eternity was trying to have some one hand over shot there. Got some damage on the planter, but not enough as they were getting shot in their hand. And that was good defense, I think, by the Empire players. I'm shocked though that Eternity didn't have any frags. I think they might have wasted too many frags.
They wasted their frags way. Yeah, I was about to say that they wasted them way too early. Got no chip damage, no kills. They basically just threw them at those walls. They bounced back and didn't go where the enemies were at all. Would have been nice to hold on to maybe 1, 2, maybe even an instant. If that they hear that EMP go off, just toss it right over the wall.
I know. I mean, we're talking about Eternity. They've been so good with the util usage, but wasn't too much there.
But now they do have full buys as it's the last round before the switch. So this round is make or break to see if they go 4-2 into the next half, or it's going to be tied up 3-3, and we're going to have a close game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Empire ekes this one out. They have more economy on their side, but I mean, we're talking about one person having a Viper, and their name is Viper Guy. So if anyone's going to have a Viper, it's probably going to be that guy. As they argue. Wait, actually, they all have names. Viper, Drone, Marui, IGL guy, Vezin guy.
Oh my gosh, Martini.
I just noticed. I was just like saying their names on my hunt.
Didn't you just cast these guys yesterday?
I didn't. I didn't do Eternity. I only did Empire. Okay. Yeah.
That makes sense then.
I think Eternity was on the main cast because they kept winning. So they just kept casting. Yeah, I remember people complaining like, "Oh, I wish we had more other games casting." I'm like, well, these teams are winning, so we kind of have to follow that.
We have to make sure we pay attention when we go on the switch and Eternity is on offense. If Drone Guy is the one droning, I'm just curious.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're keeping up their name. Marui Guy got a Marui. Vezin Guy's got the Vezin. Viper Guy got the Viper.
If they win with this setup, I'm going to laugh. If they don't, then Empire is probably going to be feeling a lot happier. I mean, let's see. A lot of shots coming out here again. And again, really early util usage, I think, coming out from Eternity there. I'm not sure if it's going to bite them in the butt this time. Never mind. Marui Guy gets the wall bangs on 7ZK there. And that's a rough start for Empire.
Yeah, they're using their smoke utility very well, basically blocking off the lines of sight into sight, which has given them a perfect opportunity for a wallbang. And Marui Guy already getting one pick, looking for more. And their whole team can take sword control, but they're slowly pushing in there. Drone Guy getting the kill. Little swing out. Viper beating the Vezin. getting the early kill. Drone guy getting another kill. Cohen is running away, taking a lot of damage right there. Can't save. This is last round. Hyper guy picks up the Vezin, gets the kill with his own Vezin. The disrespect.
Nothing like killing someone, taking their gun, and then killing their other teammate with that gun. I mean, good work there from the Eternity squad there. I almost thought, honestly, the way it was going, I thought Empire was going to clutch up another and get a 3-3 going into this defensive half. But this is still not bad. 2-4. They're defending now. This is still possible for them to come back and win. But I will say Eternity is definitely giving them a run for their money, even with I won't call it an eco round, but they were at a slight disadvantage, right, in that previous round.
Yeah, not too much. I mean, anything can happen. But right now, it's going to come down to pure gun skill. We're right here on a clean slate, full just $900. And yeah, look at that drone guy with the drone. That's perfect.
Hey, they know what they're doing. They signed up for it. They literally signed up for this with their name.
It's in the name. It's in the
name.
name.
They changed their VRML names though.
I'm sure they did.
But how did you feel about that? Empire coming back a little bit towards the later part of that round, and they're defending now. Do you think their defense will be strong enough for this Eternity attack?
Eternity yesterday, when we were watching them, they always started off really not so strong. When I was casting with Bob, they would lose a lot of rounds. It would honestly be 2-4, like switch the other way. They'd be losing. And then when they swapped and it was on the offense, their offensive pushes were very quick, very well coordinated, and they always came back. I mean, that's why they're.
You think they're a better attacking team?
I think they are. Wait until you see what they're about to pull off here. They're gonna be very quick. They already got a pick right now onto Icon. However, Vezin guy might be a little mysterious coming out here on gravel by himself. Looks like he's just
playing very wide by themselves,
scaring them off. You know, maybe messing with their heads. Does push in there though, and does get taken out by Cohen, who is on that table, which is a very nice defensive hold. No one really plans to look up that high. All right, and we do see a F-tier instant from IGL guy, almost taking a lot of damage there, but only taking 1 point of damage. And then Marui guy walking into that incense. I don't know if you've noticed, but you can kind of see it right there. The incense may have a little bit of a bug to it as of lately, as of the last update. They are invisible. A lot of them times are invisible. And we're seeing lots of defensive holds here from iAdapt and 7ZK, holding a perfect cross angle, basically pinching anyone who drops in there, trying to go ahead and get some picks. So now they know where they are. They know they know exactly where they're at.
I thought it would have worked out very differently for them, but they both, to your point, had great defensive holds there. Now coming down to Drone Guy and IGL Guy, so I guess we're going to have two guys be alive. It's the Droner and the IGL. But they do have the health economy. I adapt a little bit lower. If they time this correctly, they should be in a good spot, but it's 30 seconds. Time's coming down. They're going to feel that pressure pretty soon here.
They are coming down to 30 seconds, though. 7ZK getting one. Drone Guy getting the other. Has to reload. 1 HP. No! Oh! You heard the little click.
Nothing more infuriating than hearing that, like, that click because you're out of bullets, man.
I think 7ZK heard that as well, and it's like, my time to push.
It, right? I love
it. I think the util placement there really messed with them a little bit. I mean, the incense was needed to be thrown back by fire hydrant. That's where he was trying to throw it to go ahead and stop them from swinging that, but instead threw it at his own feet. Lost a little bit of health, and then his own teammate walked into that, and I guarantee you they walked into that because they probably didn't even see it. The invisible
F-tier Molly really for sure there. I mean, what can you do here? But hey, Eternity did lose the round. They got a couple more rounds to kind of go through. They still have a little bit of space because they are leading, right? But again, the Empire on the defensive half, they're in a good spot. They're primed to win this one out. They got the first round win, so their economy is going to be in a pretty good spot coming for the upcoming round, I believe. Looks like they're going safer. There's several, there's 2 SMG buys, but generally the team's still sticking to their spectrals.
I don't know if it was Empire yesterday when we were casting. There was 2 teams, though, that we were watching, and no matter if they won or lost, both teams did not buy a single Omen. Coming into the next round, they just both saved again.
Really?
Very, very strange. I've never seen that. They all just bought pistols again. Very uncommon. We do like to see a little bit of flies there, but looks like they did not see the trips because they just ran right through the smokes, and the very common trip spot right there behind those boxes did take out Vezin Guy. Red
Oh, and-
also taking out one of theirs as well, but is 1 HP. Has to run back to site to go ahead and group up with them. They do have the manpower advantage right now. However, technically 1 HP. You still
I don't know if I can call that. Yeah, literally, that's a straight bullet. That's a wall bang death way, and they have no syringes, so they really can't do much more than this here. But anyways, looks like Eternity getting set up for this push pretty soon here, and I think they'll be in a good spot. It's only 1 or 2 players on B side.
There is, and Red, it looks like he's going to be set up actually in assembly. I guess that's a good spot, when you're 1 HP, could be. But yeah, they don't have too many people on site, but they also only have 3 people to work with, right? So it's going to be just a back and forth, probably looking for some picks as they're not really advancing too much right now. They're kind of waiting for a peek to get a little bit of more intel or something on these guys. They're not necessarily pushing in there.
Yeah, they're playing very slow. I thought Eternity would maybe potentially push this, but I guess to them, they see it as there's 4 players up. They don't know the health, so they're playing it very safe because they don't want to just rush 3 guys in and get domed by 4 other players, right?
Right. It does look like they're going to be going for a quick rotate. They're foaming up the A wall, quickly running in there, getting a quick plant. Viper guy. Oh, the wall bangs! The wall bangs from Icon. Perfect, good read. 200 IQ play. IGL guy being able to go ahead and get the person rotating from the other side. It is a 2v1 situation. Both of them are low. However, they don't have any omens or vipers anymore. Now it's all up to 1 HP guy. He's going to get wallbaned. Oh, that was... I don't know if that was the smartest
Red survived,
move.
though. Did you see that? I think Red picked up that last kill or something like that, and they survived 1 health in hand. That, I think, should have been an Eternity win, especially with that rotate. It just didn't quite work out. But I got to give credit to Icon. I mean, something iconic, just the immediate reaction they had to wallbang that exact spot, because everyone plants there. Everyone plants at that same exact spot. That was a beautiful wallbang that was, I think, really helped them out.
Yeah, that was a very, very good read there. As soon as they heard the EMP getting planted, to start getting a lot of chip damage there. And I don't know if that was the smartest move. When you're 1 HP left, I don't think you want to take plant the EMP. I think maybe he was just doing it for money because
for the credits. I mean, 200 to everybody.
Yeah,
you're not gonna win.
Low on HP.
Yeah,
so, probably what that was.
Just send it. Yeah, I mean, also I don't even know if there's only 1 tap, so whatever. I'm just send it. I'm not winning this, right? They're gonna lose no matter what, so it doesn't technically matter. Whether they it does matter because then they can get more credits, right? I think that's the best way to just secure as many more credits as possible, to be honest. Absolutely. Unless he had an SMG and fragged out and somehow beat everybody. But I mean, what? A couple health? You can't really do that.
And everyone here in the chat looks like lots of back and forth talking here. As it's very close now. It's 4-4. So no matter what team you're rooting for here, and you say this team's gonna win, this team's gonna win. I mean, it's very close right now. They're both putting up a very good fight on this switch, on this half, and Eternity is going to go ahead and try to make something work now on this round. This round is a buy round, very important round from both of these teams. Icon holding that angle does get taken out, takes out Viper guy. That was a very you just waiting for him, just standing right.
I know. I thought for a second they would have been able to get that because they were also ready to immediately turn, but that's just a hard angle. Sometimes I say you got to swing that. There's nothing else you can do besides swing that because if they're right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one dropping hatch to try to go for refrags or anything like that. Basically just gave him a free 1 kill there. He does want to go ahead and grab that Viper, though. I can see that because he does only have a Spectral in hand.
Yeah, it looks like Eternity might be going in through the other side. I'm going through vending machine area. I'm going for that blue side. And Eternity playing it very close to home, but not everyone's on. Never mind. iDive gets a pick off through the wall bang there. That is just perfect timing there. I mean, the wall bangs are amazing right now coming out from Empire.
Empire is definitely a different team on this defense as they're playing very, very aggressive and well together. Cohen is going to be swinging out, taking out another person. iDapt and Red, they're all getting their picks. And it looks like there was another wallbang that came out. So that was 2 wallbang kills before they could even blow up the wall. They're just playing very aggressive now on defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Eternity squad is kind of
a different Empire.
I know.
That's
what I was talking about. Is it going to be a side difference here? Because they were getting hit pretty hard on the attacking side, but I mean, this is night and day for Empire at this point, and they're securing the economy. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Vezins and Maruis, like they're gonna be almost full buying out, and Eternity trying their best here. They got a couple in hand, but not quite the same amount.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people rooting there for Empire, or not Empire, sorry, Eternity. But now we see an Empire lead. Might be a different game we're looking here. People might start be shaking a little bit.
This might be Eternity goes to 3, or loses in 2. That could always be. That'd be a crazy switch up. I was thinking when I was watching Empire, if anyone's gonna be second place, it was probably Empire. Honestly, they played so well. I think against some of the other teams I had streamed yesterday. So I was not surprised that Empire came out to be the second place spot because they played so well. But anyways, looks like 7ZK being pretty ready here. Never mind, that smoke doesn't quite go the way they wanted to.
I think Martini, I think he used the smoke there to cover up the trips that are on the stairs.
Oh, okay.
So ready, Viper guy's gonna walk down the stairs. Oh, maybe not.
That 10,000 IQ. I like that smoke for. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Almost covered up. You can still kind of see him right there.
It's fine. Anyways, Eternity trying to make their way in here. 5-4. They're finally on the losing part of this now, but they're gonna want to come out of this better.
Lots of swings back and forth right here with the Eternity team and 7ZK. Viper guy's gonna be walking down the stairs. 7ZK does get the swing. Perfect timing there. Nade coming down does take out 7ZK. It threw that down from Hatch because 7ZK was low HP. They knew where he was. So it's a 1-for-1 trade there. Not bad for either of these teams. That's still even into this heavy buy round for both of these teams. This is a very big round.
Yeah, this might be enough to give the winning team momentum to push it all the way through. And they're going to need this. Empire, if they get another win, they're going to basically secure themselves overtime bare minimum, right? Eternity is not going to, right now at least, have that luxury. And they don't want to give Empire that luxury either.
Absolutely. And if they have the points, I most definitely think they're going to pick that defense, as they're looking like a different team on this defensive front side.
Their defense is insane, right? Like, they've been, look at this, these 50 seconds left on the clock. That's how long they've held them back. Doesn't got going in for the swing here on the back end.
About to see the push in. Doesn't guy knowing he's going to be right there on that wall, because he did get a kill last time from that table. Beautiful wallbang from Vezingai, getting the person off of fire hydrant. Wow.
Oh.
Full team just running in there and sweeping this Empire squad. That was perfect. That was perfectly executed.
That was beautiful.
Wallbanes, like, instead of pushing through the bathroom, Vezingai swinging through the window and going straight to the bathroom. Like, I don't think Cohen had enough time to necessarily even react to that, hear it, or even know what was happening.
I mean, look at Empire. Even with that loss, they have so much cash in hand. That was enough to knock them down for a round, but they're still good. I think that puts Eternity at a more even grounding with them, but they got to win another one to really knock them down for the count. But, I mean, we're going into now at this point, whoever wins this one has secured themselves bare minimum overtime, if not potentially the win, because this is another heavy buy round coming out from both teams.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, both of these teams being so close on the CC ladder. I mean, of course, Eternity did give Empire their first loss, as it was a pretty close game yesterday during the cast. But they're basically wanting their get back now. They probably did a little bit of VOD review or something to go ahead and prep themselves for this match, because on this defense, it's a different team.
I will say, consider this. There might be fatigue at play when you're talking about Challengers Cup, because you're talking about 5 rounds of Breachers over several hours. Versus this is fresh. They're coming in, not fresh, they probably were, warming up, but they're coming in fresh to a whole new game. So they can play a little bit differently than they did yesterday, right?
Yeah, hopefully they did get some preparation done within the team, as they're Red getting this early swing out. We don't see that too common anymore.
It's too risky sometimes, right?
It is very risky, so you don't see it too often, but it worked out actually in their favor. And now Vezingai is on high alert, just waiting for another peek. Wow, very nice early pick, which is going to make all the difference going into this round. Util going out from both of these squads. Lots of instants. The floor is lava right now. Another nade coming out. Doesn't take any damage, doesn't make it through the wall. Marui guy's just pushing through there, gets one. Does get refragged by IDAP. Could have been very deadly. IDAP getting 2. EMP is down. I don't know if they're aware that it is right there. See if they
Yeah,
can
and this is a
point that out
2v4
and notice
situation.
that.
This is... Oh, never mind. It's a 2v3 situation. Throwing guy coming in for the swing here. I'm not sure if they see red. Yeah, they do. They do. It's a 2v2 situation. But the problem is Icon's on the back end. Can they get in for the roaming play? Or are they going to be able to use this time against them?
Pheasant guy is watching a little bit every now and then. Oh, crossing right in the middle. Does get taken out by Icon. Icon swings and gets a second. Icon got both of them on that flank. Just bad timing from Pheasant guy. Pheasant guy was taking a peek every now and then at that door, but bad timing. Looked away and walked right in front of the door. Got taken out by Icon. Once he secures one kill, got to go ahead and swing and get the other one, and that's what he did. He took them both up.
Yeah, I know. It was that was a big deal for Icon. I think I was wondering, you know, are they gonna have enough time to swing on Eternity, or is Eternity gonna take sight and force this kind of 2v1 situation against Icon? So that is what I call perfect roamer play, where they gave them enough time to feel good, but still apply pressure. Because I think some of the problems you sometimes see with these roamers, they give them too much space. Because, you know, again, they're trying to be conservative, they're trying to be kind of safe, but too much space. And then sometimes it allows the other team to take side, and now you're having to retake side, and you know that's not always the easiest thing to do here. But this is going to be a big round. I mean, we keep saying this big round every time because they're all big rounds. But this is going to be the round that decides whether or not Empire wins this or goes overtime. And at that point, I mean, right now, it looks
most
like...
important round for Eternity. It's not that
yeah.
important for Empire. I mean, they can afford to lose this one. They're just going to overtime, but... This is huge for Eternity. Eternity needs to win this round. They are just buying out everything that they possibly can to go ahead and try to secure them the win for this round.
Yeah, and I think at this point, it looks like Eternity has more points, so they should be the ones choosing the side if they go in overtime, which is going to give them that slight advantage if they win out this round. But look at the Empire, aggressive. 1, 2, 3 players extended off side here. They're kind of they're playing off for sure, but I think because they're expecting this kind of the same push from every team, right?
Yeah, they don't want to give them space, which is really nice. You don't give them space, then that means they don't get to get set up and start blowing walls up and get an easy plan. They're playing the very aggressive smart way, which I guess he did not hear him drop because he's able to go ahead and get a quick pick, but Red is right there playing also aggressive, was able to go ahead and get a refrag on 2. However, Vezin guy swinging in through the window. Now it's a 1v3 situation. Talk about a switch up right there. I think that was perfectly executed the way they just pinched that lockers together.
I actually got chills.
Wow.
I never get chills. IDAP having them now fight this 1v3. Maru guy going in for the plan here. They do have the instant, but it's a terrible instant.
Wrong spot. I think he thought he was going for the others. There's another very popular plan spot, and that would have been a good instant if that was the spot they were planning.
Oh man, I can see the stress in IADAP. They run in, throw the incendiary immediately, which I don't know if y'all have ever done it. I mean, throwing is already kind of funky in this game sometimes, but throwing while running, because of the momentum carry, it has like a weird momentum carry. It throws it like across the room in the most insane angles, and I'm kind of like, I don't like that.
Well, that's what the new update. With the new update, you can just chuck stuff so far.
Yeah, but I think even with the momentum, doesn't it like carry it far in a weird spot still? Like when you're running?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't use instance a whole lot, so I can't tell you a whole lot on that. But I mean,
also to be honest, I don't use the new throwing mechanic at all. I still kind of
I'm not talking about the guided throwing. I'm just talking about throwing in general. Like before, you can even throw your Jesper like 2 feet in front of you. Now you can Peyton Manny that thing and throw it, across the whole map.
Oh really? No, I mean gadgets. You were all well, at least the throwable ones. They were pretty good at throwing it pretty far. You mean like it's easier to throw farther now?
I think it's maybe they just did that to weapons because weapons you can throw them a lot farther now. You weren't able to throw.
Yeah, I remember I tried to like flip it and it just like barely moves, and it's kind of like, okay, this is underwhelming.
7ZK holding the angle on generator, but with a Vezin. May not be the smartest thing after the update. It's going to take quite a few headshots.
Right, like 2, 3, something like the little 2.
From that range, I mean, that was the whole football field length right there.
Yeah, definitely not working out for them. And Eternity going to be off to a good start here. I mean, they have the advantage being on that defending side.
Yeah, they were able to go ahead and pick their side here now. This is the round that matters. This is going to go ahead and see who takes the first map win. And we're having Empire on the offense this time, and they're playing good on defense now. They're actually getting a lot of these round wins, or I'm sorry, these player picks, as it's already a 5v3 situation. Cohen taking a lot of damage, about to run in here, and the Viper guy, he does swing and gets Viper guy though. He did hear him from shooting his weapon right there, so it's a perfect swinging opportunity. However, Marui guy getting really dangerously close.
And it's such a wide attack from Empire. I think maybe they're trying to regroup right now with Cohen. Yeah,
looks like
Cohen
trying to
goes
regroup. Probably going to go for an A push, but yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, definitely working out for the Eternity players. I mean, 4 and 3. This is what you want in overtime. This is what you want on map 1 to start off with the lead. And they're looking in really good spot. But I mean, you got players like, I don't know if you see Drone Guy. They have that frag in hand. They're ready to throw some frags around here. And Empire, I think, is still setting up, but time is ticking. 45 seconds left in the round. They got to make some action here because they took a lot of time to have Cohen come all the way.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be regrouping. I mean, they have that one-man disadvantage here, but they are all regrouped now, so hopefully they're all on the same page, and they play this very well. As Eternity, though, is playing very safe. You don't see a whole lot of movement from the Eternity squad. They're playing very, very safe. They have the number advantage. They want to go ahead and play it by the book here. However, the smoke did not save. Oh. The smoke did not save him from getting that plant down. It's not a wall. You can still shoot through it.
And, yeah, you can shoot through smoke. You know, last time I checked, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's the smartest idea to go ahead and try to get EMP planted with a numbers disadvantage. I think you have to go for the kills there. That's another gun out of the fight every time you're trying to plant. But look at them. That is a circle of friendship right there.
Eternity off to a good start, but it is a tight start considering that 7 and 6. So these map picks, I think, are going to be really big going into these upcoming 2 maps. Potentially only 1 map if Eternity gets another map win here. But I don't think it looks like Empire is not going to give them an easy game here, as they also want to go off and get that, you know, juicy finalist skin there, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's super close. That was a super close game. 7-6, having to go into overtime. We do indeed love that overtime feature. We did get to use it. Let's go.
I like it because you don't have to do this weird, map, round, especially with playoffs. It matters because you have to decide an actual winner, right? You can't just say they're tied out. So we're going to have to do the math and all that stuff. So this makes it easy. Do they have a map win or do they not? And I think it's cool because then it also allows these teams to set up in the best way possible. And it looks like maybe they're dropping. I think we might be seeing a server switch here. So we might be needing to take a let me double check with our cams guy. Are we taking a quick break real quick, or are we gonna kind of roll with this, you think?
Could we take a look at the scoreboard? See here, they're very, very even on these teams. Wow.
I mean, 11, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah, everyone there really did their job there. It's very, very even across the board there.
Yeah, definitely looking interesting there. Okay, we'll figure it out. Looks like the teams are kind of deciding what's going on here. Maybe a quick break, to be quite honest, because I still see some players in the lobby. But like I said, we're gonna ping them real quick, get some more information here. Yeah, but it looks like we'll be going to ads real quick, so we'll see y'all in a bit. back. Sorry for the brief intermission. The teams did go in for a server rehost, so they'll be switching into a new spot. But it looks like these two teams are going to be going into Arctic for now. If we can pull up that matchup page real quick, I'm kind of curious to see what some of the stats are between these two teams. Would be very much appreciated if possible. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, it looks like Empire's best map is Shiv. They don't have any Arctic experience, which is interesting. Oh, either experience or it's really low, because I think it doesn't really showcase sometimes there. And the Eternity side, and it looks like it's their second best map here, so they definitely got some good experience there. I mean, this sounds like it's a favorable choice for Arctic. For Eternity here.
Yeah.
Gravy, do you think this might be a really good sweep from them?
Yeah, if my memory serves me right, I think that when Eternity and Empire played, I believe it was on Arctic, and this is the map that Eternity already beat them just yesterday. So as long as they are fresh, keeping all the plays in their heads and what exactly how to execute, I mean, we can see just a two map game right here.
I mean, this is probably the ideal map that you want on that map too, especially after a map 1 win, especially after a close map 1 win. You want to, if you're Eternity, you want to get your best map or one of your top 2 maps to really secure that second round win here. But anyways, enough analysis for that. It looks like we are going to be hopping into the Arctic map. All right, it looks like we are going to be starting with Eternity on the attack. And how do you feel about that? I know sometimes I think Arctic kind of switches up. I've seen some teams dominate on the attack. I've seen some teams dominate on the defense here. I would definitely say Empire seems to be more defender-oriented in terms of how they play on maps. They played very well on Factory on defense compared to their attacking half.
They sure did, but this is a different map with different plays, different angles of engagement, and I think this Eternity squad, They kick butt on offense on this map, because when they were on offense last time playing on this one, they were going in there like swimwear and they were just killing everybody left and right.
Okay, so this is favorable for Eternity to start on attack.
I would say they're gonna get at least 4 on this offense. That's my prediction right there. Maybe more, but I think it's gonna be very, very Eternity favored and heavy on the offense. We might see something a little bit different when we switch, because after this rework, I think it's a lot easier on attack. And their attack is just really, really strong.
And one last thing, just reminder: Eternity did win map 1. I know we kind of had some of the things messed up on the assets. We're still kind of fixing them here and there, but it was, and it's gonna be bugged until the 3rd map. It looks like. But Eternity did win map 1, so they are up right now. Empire is the one that's technically down. And remember, this is best of 3. If Eternity gets these 2 maps, it's game over, and we go home early. And I don't know, I guess do my groceries today pretty early.
Well, that's if we see a quick here Eternity win, as they're already basically taking some space. They already have full control of that area where the wall is blown, and are able to go ahead and get that EMP started as soon as that instant is gone. He looks like he's going to go ahead and get the EMP planted on that part of the wall. A little bit different.
I didn't even know you could do that. I thought you had to put it on the box.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm with you right there with that. I did not know that either. Lots of trades going back and forth. They do have the EMP planted, so that is the little advantage they have there. But we're looking at a 3v3 situation. Icon runs right by IGL guy, and both Viper and Rui guy just getting the other 2 players there as they swing out.
But dare I say new meta plan? Because you don't even have to go commit to the room. You can get like that.
I think that's dangerous, though, because the person that's behind the box on defense, they can see you planting it there. I think most people push up to that box and plant it on the box, because then you're covered. You're tucked in.
So you tell me it's bad play by Empire there.
I think so. Or maybe they were in. I didn't pay too much attention. Maybe they were instant off, or they didn't have someone there, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that should have been an easy kill, unless they had like a smoke or something. They literally couldn't see him. I don't know.
Nah, but they can just start blind firing in the smoke, and then
you pretty much blink and you miss that whole round. That round was just way too quick.
Yeah, those smokes came in clutch though for Eternity here. But anyways, we're gonna be starting off on this floor 3 here, and I'm kind of curious to see how Empire's going to start adjusting their defense to this Eternity attack here. And we can already see some aggressive buys coming out from Eternity here. We have some Vipers. Never mind, looks like just Viper in the hands of Viper guy. Looks like he will never buy an Omen. Gotta commit to the name, right?
With the drone. Fully committing to the bit here as they're going to go ahead and start the very good old traditional B push into sight as they open up all these windows, get some intel with the drone, blow the hatch. It looks like they're going to be taking some space here actually in green hallway. Maru guy pushing up very aggressive here. Does get taken out by Icon. Don't know if that was the best play there by yourself. No rooms for refrags. Nade coming out does take some damage off of 7ZK. They are getting the wall open now in Gym, which is going to be very great as it gets the whole line of sight into B. It's going to be making it a lot easier now for the EMP.
They have pretty good lines of sight into B. I'm surprised. I'd be screaming to go for the EMP plan at this point because we are set up at this point. Look at this Vezin guy not committing. They know the frag's coming in. Does still get some chip damage there. But I mean, 10,000 IQ play there. They could hear the frag go off. They got the taps on. They're about to get that EMP planted here. Now come down and just Red and IDAP and Icon and 17K on the back end, getting that shot off. That 2K from Red and Icon. But the Incendiary gets Icon.
Lots of Incen kills. This match is all up to Drone Guy, 1v3. Does take out 2. It's a 1v1 situation. It's all up to 7ZK by himself. They do have the EMP planted. And he does have the Viper in hand. Doesn't know he's behind him. Now he looked back. Now he knows. He's tapping it. He is aware of where he's at. But I don't think he's going to have enough time. He's going to have to fully commit to either a kill or the defuse here. 7ZK swinging, getting the headshots onto Drone Guy.
I think he got it.
He's got it. He's got it.
1.98 seconds. That's
close.
Nerve-wracking. I mean,
that is close.
Eternity, it was hard, right? Once you heard the tap, do you commit? Do you kind of wait to see if it was just a bait there? I think maybe they could have done a little bit more time wasting, I guess. But that was a tight one. I mean, 1-2 seconds off. What else can you do in that moment?
No, that was honestly, I think that was well played by both teams. They had a very good retake. But yeah, letting them get that EMP planted really puts a fire underneath you. Got to get going. Got to get some kills. Got to play together.
Eternity had the advantage there, but I'm surprised they didn't win that. They had the EMP. They had a good amount of players around the sites, but I will say Empire has been winning a lot of these 1v1s too. Like, we've seen a lot of trades back and forth. I would say these teams are pretty even in terms of gun skill here. We haven't seen
I absolutely agree.
Either team dominating.
There wasn't a whole lot of refrags of like swinging after someone's like reloading or something or running away. It's more of like just one-on-one encounters that they're just losing.
True. But similar push here actually looks like this kind of B push. You see B push all the time. I see a good A push. It doesn't happen as often. B is always go-to here, but I get it. There's a lot of lines of sight.
Scary. It's just a long hallway. Like, why would anyone want to push that?
That's true. That is true. Well, that sounds like a job for the Marui. So
it sure does. All right, as they're going to go ahead and get some intel on the area to see if it is safe to go ahead and push, looking out for trips and such. It did throw the breaching foam in sight. Oh, 7ZK with the trip mine kills. Wow, that was a very well-placed trip mine. I mean, it's kind of a common spot considering, everyone has to go to that wall to foam it. If anyone is ever doing a B push, that wall always gets foamed. Lots of back and forth wall banes here. Got Eternity pretty low. They're looking very good. Vezin guy getting IDEP there in the corner as they're able to start this push now. Lots of util usage. They threw incense, they threw smoke, they threw nade, and nade does fall on Icon, but it doesn't matter. They got the EMP down.
They do, but the Incendiary is there too to also deny retakes for now. But Cody able to get that shot off on Vezin guy. Now coming just down to Marui and IGL. But this is a 4v2 retake here. It's looking very favorable for Empire, but this is still possible for Eternity here. Red goes for the swing, doesn't get the pick, gets shot themselves. Red gets knocked out by IGL guy. Now a 1v1 between Icon and IGL. They go for the swing. They get the swing there, and that is going to be it probably, I think. for Eternity, as Empire is able to get that defuse at this point. And they do have it. 2 seconds. Man, it is so close. These defuses are coming down to the wire. Credit to Eternity. They get the plants off. They're able to hold the spot. But I think maybe it feels like they might be prioritizing just that pre-plant strategy. Unfortunately, those post-plant situations just have not been as favorable for them, I would say.
Yeah, and if you notice right there, though, they're able to get that EMP planted almost every time with no problems because they're throwing the smoke grenade and the ensign on top of each other. So people, they don't see the ensign because of the smoke grenade. They try to push through the smoke grenade, and now they're taking a bunch of damage, and they can't push up through it.
Definitely smart. Really good utility combos, but I'm wondering what can they do different? What can they do different about winning those post plants, right?
They're not really necessarily buying as much time as they need. They need to basically let that EMP just start ticking, but I think they're getting a little too, I don't know, they call it ego, I think they call it.
I mean, they got the plants off. They feel safe, right? They feel very confident about the play.
They're swinging. They're unnecessarily swinging. Taking.
Yeah, I think one of the best. One of the best things I saw yesterday was someone when they got the plant off, they were dancing. They were basically playing around with the players to really waste as much time as possible here, and I think that should have been the case there, right?
Yeah, it takes a long time to defuse that EMP, and really use that to your advantage there. Now it doesn't look like we're going to be doing a B push this time. It looks like they're going to be switching it up here and going for an A push. They do have 2 people, though, already in A, so they're going to be calling out to their team, hey, it's going to be an A push, A push, A push. And Icon does get taken out by Vezin guy there. And Util going back and forth here. Vezin guy is super low on HP, does take a lot of damage onto Red. Red is skimming up, nade falling down on Murray guy. Oh! Just dropped right on his head. It was his own nade.
I hope we had that on cams because that was beautiful. Anyways, Instant coming out, knocking down Vezin guy there. Now leaving this 3v4 situation. We're talking so much about Eternity being good on Arctic and how well they play on attack. It feels like they're kind of running into a wall, though, with the Empire players.
Empire most definitely was doing some VOD reviews and learned from their mistakes. They're playing really well on defense right now. And I think the util isn't really working out in the best favor for Eternity. I mean, you got a team kill right there, and
I loved it. I hope we got it on cam, but basically it was just the frag, bounces off of the roof, comes down, is literally like standing above the guy's head, and I think he's just standing there hoping it doesn't roll off, and it is just the most unfortunate timing.
Absolutely. You have all 3 people there on the outside of A, but they are very heavily set up there on defense for A side. So really, they're just letting the clock tick down as they only have 45 seconds now on the clock. Viper guy is just taking a little peeky peek in there. Hopefully he doesn't go ahead and get swung right there from Cohen, who's playing super close. Drone guy is sneaking on in right now. Does not see Red in the corner. Does get taken down with the EMP. Now it's all up to Viper guy and ITL guy to go ahead and to win this 2v4, 1v4 situation. Does get swung out by 7ZK, who does pick up those last 2 kills.
Yeah, this is not looking like Eternity's game right now, but I will say they are attacking. Maybe they're better on the defending half of this. As we had talked about, Empire is a better defending team. We saw them kind of suffer a little bit more on their attacking side, but we've seen it dominate, especially against apparently what is supposed to be Eternity's best map, well, at least top 2 map, if not best map. And they're doing a really good job against them.
I don't know a lot of stats there for Empire on this map either, but they're holding out. They're as long as you have the gun skill there to hit your shots, that's all you really need. You don't really need.
Is this like the Acer EU thing where they don't play one map the whole season, but they actually dominate at it? So when it comes to playoffs, people think they can't play it.
Practice. Don't need it. I guess it kind of works out in their favor too, as well. As long as they keep up with the metas and where to place their util and stuff like that, that's all you really necessarily need. And then it also helps because other teams can't get a whole lot of intel on you. If you're not scrimming them, right?
That's true.
It might work out in their favor. And a little shout out here to Emilio in the chat. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, you're talking there to Tanky, restart, rest in peace. Hopefully you guys can maybe, if you guys come back, put together, what's that called again? Was it Veneer? What's the team?
Veneer? Oh, they're going to do another team. Okay.
What was that? What it's called? No, Ground Zero? I think it was both. I think there's 2 names. I think they switched it at one point, but either way, they're on a team together. But yeah, Veneer, come back. That'd be pretty cool to see. We need some teams next season, as a lot of these teams are disbanding after CC, as happens every season. Rest in peace.
Right, you want to make a super team. Remember, that's really what it is. It's either you make a super team or you join one of the previous teams that have been just killing it, for several seasons.
Got an early kill there from Icon in that hallway. They have a very strong hallway control. I haven't seen them really take full control of this hallway. They're always playing in that little cafeteria area. They're holding it very well each of these rounds. Vezin guy, though, just running right in the sight. Nade coming down, does a lot of damage.
What?
Doesn't kill Vezin guy, but it kills Marui guy. And I adapt getting a kill onto Vezin guy through the smoke as well. It's a 2v2 situation here, though. I felt like it was way more favorable there for Empire, but it keeps going back and forth here. Now we're at a 1v1. I adapt being able to get Drone Guy and stop he stopped the
I don't
EMP
know.
as
This
well.
has got to hurt the Eternity morale. Because, you got to think, this is our best map, but we've been consistently losing the last, 3-4 rounds.
Hey, when I said 4-2, I was talking 4-2 for Empire. Right,
right. And look at this. Empire coming in deep in terms of their pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full buyouts. We're seeing a lot of utility usage out here, and it looks like Eternity's trying their best. They have 1, 2 all rails, Vipers, Omens, a single Vezin, obviously for the Vezin guy. Who else would get it? But it's looking rough out here.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't say that rifle name at all. What is it?
Oral. Laurel. Do you remember? Oh my god! Do you remember it was a meme years ago, long time ago, and it was this audio, and it sounded like it said Laurel or something else.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right?
You hear both of them. It's just whatever you're trying to listen for.
Listen to, yeah. Laurel or something. I forgot the other word. Yeah.
Is the dress blue and black, or is it white and gold?
Gray. Oh yeah. Man, I remember that. I remember how simple memes were back then. They were so much more. Never mind. I gets an early shot off on Vezin guy.
Swinging
this is
the
a
door
rough
blocker.
start for Eternity.
Wow, we might be seeing a 5-1 going into this next half. Look at all the eco as well that Empire is holding on to. So much wallbane potential. You're talking 4 Maruis here versus some Orals and a Vezin and a Viper. Or Omen and a Viper. Or Omen and a Vezin. Wow. They do have one. Basically, just got to hold on to that one Vezin. That Vezin's got to do all the work right now. They got it in the hands of Drone Guy. So hopefully he's able to go ahead and make something happen with that. That's going to be a very difficult round. Lots of Util coming out. Nade coming out through the smoke. Doesn't take any damage. Does miss that. I adapt. Taking out Drone Guy, who had the Vezin. And Red taking out Viper Guy. It's a 2v5 situation. We might.
And a roamer. You see Icon coming on the back there.
This is going to be very, very difficult. I don't think they're very much well prepared or set for this roamer. I think Icon, if Icon goes down there, is going to have some good usage.
Gonna be eating very well tonight. Definitely gonna be paid out here. Marui gets shot down by Cohen. Now coming down, just Icon goes for the swing, and that is something out of a movie. As they go for the jump a whole story and goes for the drop there. Anyways, that's gonna be the first round, first half. Really going to the Empire squad. 5-1 against Eternity. This is what you want, right? This is the most favorable outcome I think you could get. Against what apparently is supposed to be Eternity's better map.
That's what I thought, but like I said, they had been doing some VOD review or something. Or maybe their defense is just really strong. It's going to be a 5-1 curse if they come back from this one. We might be looking at a third map, Martini. I'm going to be telling you that now.
Yeah, if Eternity is not somehow able to scrape by and win this one out, we are going to map 3, but it looks like both teams are going to be winning this out in terms of maps here. Potentially, because again, it's not over. It's also Eternity's, second half now. This is the kind of a mind reset here, allowing the Eternity squad to kind of get a little bit of breather space here. But check out this utility usage. So much aggression, I think, for both sides. We see just everyone has some kind of utility in their hand on both sides.
Yeah, that's kind of not very too common on first rounds. It looks like they're not wasting any money here. Typically,
They want to win
it's
it.
like
They
a
want to
foam
win
and a
this,
drone
yeah.
or something. But yeah, they're full committing here. We're gonna see a lot of util plays here. Lots of blocking off the line of sight. Lots of explosions and lava floor. Because yeah, they're buying out. They definitely want to go ahead and make this a 6-1 and guarantee having to go into overtime if needed.
Yeah, looks like Empire is slowly coming in here, and I think Eternity is going to allow them to have some of the space here. They're playing it's very tight to sight at this point, as you have several players here just kind of holding and biding time here. But it looks like Empire is getting set up for this breach, and it's coming out pretty soon here.
Yeah, they had one of their players come down from the stairs as well, so they're pretty safe on roamers, which in fact they really don't have any roamers. So it's really just going to be who can throw as much util on site and get these picks. As it looks like they're just getting ready for this wall to be foamed. They have their guns up, ready for it. Ready for the wall to be blown. Lots of chip damage back and forth. They're not returning the fire. Looks like they're just getting ready. The first nade comes out. Piece of util does not get any damage. Marui guy pushing up gets 2. Does get refragged by Icon, but that is a 2-pick right there. That is going to be very difficult. Lots and lots of incense. Holy cow.
The floor is lava.
lava.
The floor is lava for sure here.
Don't walk anywhere. Just stand still. Mannequin challenge.
Right, now you gotta wait
Don't
15
move.
seconds, right? Like, just kind of sit there like, okay. Honestly, the Incendiary is really good for zoning out for EMP kills. Because, I mean, 15 seconds, that's a third of the time for an EMP, right? Team frag going in there. Beautiful placement. Unfortunately, that timer did not set off the way they wanted. But 30 seconds is counting down here. Empire's got to make some kind of movement here because Eternity might be able to win this one out. Looks like Frag's coming out here.
Comes out on your feet.
Oh.
Down to 1 person left. Red gets 1. Almost gets Vezengai. That was actually almost pretty close there. It was almost a 1v1 situation. However, Eternity does not want to give up just yet. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
they want to switch this
5-1
momentum up. They want to switch this momentum up. They want to get as many rounds at this point because they don't want to even let Empire get overtime. They want to go straight 7-5, which means they got to win the next 5. Not impossible, but it's an uphill battle for Eternity. But I guess if someone's going to do it, it's going to be Eternity because apparently this is their best site here. I think someone did ask in the chat, is this the least played map for Empire? Yes, I believe it is the least played map for Empire. So they look like they have less experience than Eternity. And I think Eternity, this is their top 2 map. So this is definitely more favorable for them. This is them defending now. And they got that first round win, but they're not going aggressive. I mean, check out that economy. Just 2 or 3 kind of SMG buys here and there. Any comment on that? Or I think it seems to be like pretty safe bets here.
Pretty safe bets. But yeah, we might be looking at a 5-1 curse, possibly going into this second half. I guess you can call it a reverse 5-1 curse because they were. Remember again, Eternity was up 5-1 against Havoc, and then they ended up losing the lead. But maybe it's the opposite this time. Maybe they start off.
They've learned. They've had a couple of weeks to lock in. They took a break.
Switch it around.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going for maybe a top-down push.
Yeah, that's a new one. I don't think I've seen that one on the second site before. Where you
maybe they're worried about roamers.
Possibly.
Or maybe they want to play one of the hatches. I know there's some hatches in here. But you know my opinion on jump hatches, so I don't know what they're doing on that third floor there. But it's gonna be taking up a bit of time here. There's only Cohen and 7ZK on the second floor are gonna be ready for this push here. But the rest of the Empire squad is going from the other staircase. It looks like.
Oh, they heard that. You could see the pink coming out from Eternity as they start pinging the hatch there.
Ooh, and Vezengai unfortunately played a little aggressive, but couldn't not get that pick there.
Yeah, I think they heard the foam coming out as they were going to go ahead and rotate, but now they're rotating back just because they got a kill. They're like, okay, well, maybe they're coming from this side. We just lost somebody. So as you can see, they were really splitting up the defending team here, as you have a little bit on one side and a little bit on the other.
I think we're going to see a jump hatch on A.
I think that's what they're setting up for. They're probably going to drop right down, but it's not going to go good. I mean, you can see the setup here from Eternity as they have that cross. Holding a cross on that hatch is going to be very, very deadly. Here they go.
This is going to be interesting. I'm waiting.
Here they go.
Okay, they got the one pick. That's still one alive. Red going in for the EMP plan with the incendiary, which is perfect. But the frag going in, but it just cannot
doesn't go
connect.
in.
What? 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 Wow, you know, I'm a jump hatch hater from day one, but that is a jump hatch push.
Gone right.
Gone right. I mean, they had 2 on the jump hatch. They had, I think, 1 or 2 on the sides to really fill it out. I think
it's that back door. They really utilize that back door really well. You know, being able to
it almost reminds me of a
blow that
kind of
up
similar
and
push
just
on
sprint in
Skyscraper. That one first floor hatch that people use a lot. From Lounge, the second floor. That was cool. You know what? Respect.
something different, and I like that. It wasn't the same meta pushes that we always see, and it still worked out. You know, they're really giving a show right now for the chat. That was crazy.
6-2 though. Empire is for sure secured on that overtime at this point. But Eternity is staring down the barrel as they're potentially going to lose out on one of their best maps against Empire.
Yeah, they're 1 round away. I mean, this one you got to like full commit here, as looks like Eternity is doing. But yeah, that was a crazy play, and I don't think they were necessarily ready for that. They dropped. They came from the door, just pinched from multiple angles, got the EMP down. I mean, that was a cool play. I like that a lot.
I will say sometimes unique plays get a lot of value at the higher level because they're not prepared. Right, they're used to those meta pushes. Which they're meta for a reason, but because of that, you're also prepared.
Maybe that's something they practice a lot. Maybe something different. Very interesting trip placement. It's a new one.
You didn't see it earlier?
I think I missed that.
I think the idea is they run past the tennis table really fast and they get knocked out, right?
That is potential, but it does get droned out quite a bit. And yeah, they're basically giving up full control right now to Empire. They're taking full sight of the equipment area, the gym, and they also have almost full control, if they wanted to, that green hallway. There is
but check out Eternity though. 1, 2, 3, 4 players directly on that B side. Yeah.
And it even looks like that last little roamer there is going to be also rotating back to side as well. It's going to be a lot of fish in the barrel. Not sure what icon. Oh, he dropped the phone.
One of the players, it looks like on the Empire's dropped the breach, unfortunately, and it did not. Oh, they picked it up. It's fine. It's fine. Looks like Empire is going to be setting up for this breach pretty soon here onto this B side. It does go live here, but they do have that static in the way. And of course, 5 of the Eternity squad waiting there.
So coming out. I think they're just waiting, baiting all the util. But again, this is the Empire squad that was doing the split pushes, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing here. They're going to blow up. They have basically full control of that cafeteria. They're going to blow up that cafeteria wall, which is going to get those people off of that wall. In fact, they don't even need to blow it up. They're just going to go ahead and wall bang them. Don't know that Vezin guy's right there on the corner. That is a very risky spot. Vezin guy's out in the open now. I think he's a little lagging out. Oh, nope, he's still there. He's in the corner, though, but he is flashed. Now Icon's going to go ahead and get the EMP planted, and they're looking so good on this attack. Oh, I adapt with the 3K. Coming in from both the back and the side. There's just nowhere you could hide.
7-2 though. I mean, 7-2 for Empire is a decisive win. I don't know what else to call it besides that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was just a problem of playing site like that. Basically everybody on site, because you basically just could throw that flash grenade in there and you can flash like 4 people. You know, that's like gonna get so much value.
Yeah,
you're gonna do so much more damage.
And I will say, like, I appreciate them kind of trying a different angle, going in through, you know, this cafeteria area, going for the breach and planting there. I know that gets used sometimes, but I know that gym usually is the push there. But it looks like they are going to be winning that one out pretty decisively. And we're going to a map 3, of course, because Eternity now has a map 1 win, and Empire has the map 2 win. So at this point, we're going in for tiebreaker on map 3 here. We'll have to see what these teams decide. They might be going in for a server switch again. So while we're doing that, I'm going to do some shout outs to one of my personal favorite sponsors, Triangle Factory, for providing us with the game we love, and of course for supporting season 3 of VRML, and of course one of my other favorite sponsors, we've seen them time and time again, HyperX, for offering some great products like the high quality HyperX Quad Cast S. That's what I use all the time for these casts, and of course having some other great peripherals for computers. I actually have an HyperX keyboard But anyways, and of course, one of the last ones I was gonna shout them out, ProTube VR, for providing the best in VR rifle mounts and VR accessories to help stabilize your aim in the game with products like the mag, tube stock, or by adding immersion using the Force Tube with haptic feedback. ProTube VR is gonna be your one-stop shop for controller peripherals. And I did want to give a shout out to Splunge in the chat for that super chat. I saw the $2 and it said lock in eternity. I'm so sorry. It looks like they could not lock in for you, Splunge, there, but it's okay. There's always another map here. And it looks like we might be going in for a server swap. I'll have to kind of see what we're doing here. Viper. Okay, sounds good. Well, looks like we're gonna be going in for another one. Are we going straight in though? To the game, or is this gonna be a small break? Going right in. Okay, I am pulling it up myself too. When we're pulling up real quick here. But how did you feel about that previous game? I mean, Empire dominated.
I knew they were gonna. I knew they had it in them, and I knew Empire was gonna absolutely smoke them right there, and it was just gonna be completely one-sided. That's completely what I predicted before the match started.
Yeah, no, I mean, we talked about Eternity having the map favor. With more experience and more stats there. But I will acknowledge, I mean, Empire felt very dominant on both sides. They both got rounds pretty decisively on both sides. I almost felt bad for Eternity. Like, imagine you having one of your favorite maps and you get knocked down.
You really gotta have. You'd think that would be your ace in your sleeve, but hopefully you have another one. Because that one did not work out too well, and hopefully, they want to go and win this and get that skin and move on to finals. They really have to pull something together, really lock in. I think Splint may need to donate, maybe another $5 or something to really get them to lock in. Just kidding.
Donate another $5.
They just need a. I don't know. Well, do you have a prediction here, Martini, on what map you think they might be picking?
So we got Factory, we got Arctic. I would guess something like Ship. Skyscraper just does not get picked. I've seen it picked once, I think, in all of CCs. I'd be shocked unless one of the teams, I'm assuming it's going to be Empire going for the pick, unless one of the teams has a really good favored map here. But I'm assuming it's honestly Ship. I'm honestly going to assume Ship. I'd be shocked if I saw Damn. That would be a welcome change.
I can get down with some Damn. That'd be pretty nice. I'm really excited for next season as well when they allow Maul. Dude,
you like Maul?
I love that map. I love it so much. It's a lot of fun, but it never gets picked, unfortunately. However, when it does get picked, I get very happy. Like in terms of ranked, like when you're playing ranked or
there's always it's one of those it gets picked so much for 2 weeks and then either people love it, it stays in rotation, or it does not here.
If I want to play it, I just have to find a server, little pub join. But
nah, man, start your own server.
Fun. It is fun. It is super fun to play.
Just start your own server and just vote on it and just wait for people to show up and they're forced to play the map you wanted. Looks like we are going in for Damn. That is a welcome change here. That's actually kind of funny. Let's see when these teams do get started here. They might be taking a quick breather break here. But they have been going. It looks like Damn is going to be the 4th best map for Empire, but Eternity kind of fell off. But anyways, looks like we'll be going into Damn right now. And here we are, Damn, and this is a surprise for sure, because I said I was not expecting it.
Yeah, and glad you picked it. I think that's, I would say that's the reverse of the Caster's Curse. So good job, Martini. You really pulled through on this.
Caster's Blessing,
Caster's
of course.
Blessing, yes, that is a good one.
What else could it be besides the Caster's Blessing or Caster's Curse? it really depends what happens. And then we call it one or the other. The amount of times we've said something and it either goes exactly as planned, because it's part of the script, or the opposite. That's also part of the script. It's all part of the script.
It's all part of the plan. And yeah, going into this one, we have Eternity now on defense, and a lot of people would say Dam is more favorable on defense. So let's see if Eternity can pull through maybe a 4-2 going into the next half. If not, maybe a full 6-0 wipe. That would really be in Eternity's favor. But I could see it being in their favor just a little bit. But seeing this Empire squad here, they've been very, very, very good on these offenses. They're so coordinated. Yeah. And
look at this. Eternity gives a lot of space to Empire, and I think that might be one of the downsides.
I've noticed
a lot of teams tend to play a little more aggressive on its defense, but they're literally walking in.
Giving them so much space. And to see how they're playing close together as well. I adapt with Red. They're just ready for that refrag. They're just basically using all this space to just get so much intel and basically set themselves up. As they're already getting the wall foamed, they're getting stuff out, but the frag grenade coming out from Vezengai, taking out Cohen. Another S-tier nade.
I mean, that is a deep ascent there. IDAP going in for the swing already. Gets that frag
early
off.
Plant.
Oh, and they get the plant off now in this 3v4 situation with the plant retake here. It's not looking good for Eternity here as they now have to take against Empire.
I think they're, especially Icon, is set up in a really nice spot. Can't be shot out at all. Can just stand up whenever they need to get a refrag or hear them and want to get a pick. Which is they have a very strong hold on defense, which is something Eternity was really struggling with on offense on the last map we were playing. But Empire is basically showing them, hey, this is how you do it. And this is what I was talking about with Icon, right? So as soon as he got a kill or got one of the teammates killed, obviously just gives him a ping, hey, he's right here. Icon can just stand right up and kill him. No one's going to expect Icons behind that.
I mean, look at that.
Or be able to react
Three players up on the Empire side. I'm telling you, I think Eternity is giving them too much space. Maybe they're kind of turtling up. They're getting a little, scared because they're playing so well against them.
That was even with the frag grenade kill early on to Cohen. They didn't need Cohen. They're like, whatever, we'll 4v5 this, get it, have a perfect post-plant defense, and win it. And that's exactly what they did, and what Eternity needs to start doing when they go ahead and do that switch and they're on offense.
I was expecting the Eternity to win this one out. They were the favor. But I mean, after a 7-2, Empire's doing pretty good on this attack. Granted, it's round 1. They are looking like a top 8 team, just saying. Regardless of whether or not Empire wins this or not, they are looking like they could be a top 8 team, which I think is still pretty big deal.
And this is pretty much the same roster as well when they were 1 unit, right? And they've been around for quite a while. However, they were just lingering around in that diamond area. But now they're actually contending with a lot of the master teams, which is that's different for the change, And this will.
I've been saying it, man. I've been saying like ever since Rank Mode came out, I feel like it does. Allow these people to get higher skilled play time in, right? Because you're not forced to only do scrims now. You can just solo queue. You can stack with your team. You can do a lot of things to get more reps in on breachers.
Yeah, a lot of people here in the chat are very surprised to see the way Empire is playing tonight, and not very too happy if they win this that they're going to be getting a finalist skin. Hey, they're proving it right now. They're beating these teams, and they show that they deserve it.
The unfavored team here, they might steal that Eternity finalist skin. It's gonna hurt them for sure.
You love a good underdog story. Ooh, S-tier nade from 7ZK does take out Vezengai. I don't think he realized their nade was right there at his toes. And man, I keep saying I love that bubble noise. Not a very good gun, but it's nice. Does start running away. Does get taken out. It is a 2v3 situation. Let's look at that post plant again. However, they do have someone on the roof. Red does need to get back into sight very quickly here.
They are running right now, and it looks like YGO gets knocked out by 7ZK. Now just down a Viper guy and his Viper. But can he get the swing? And it does not work. 7ZK gets another
the Viper too.
And look at this, they consistently get those plans, they consistently get those picks. I mean, Empire's looking dominant. Dare I say.
It's, definitely a different team than most people were expecting right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, Eternity's got to take a reset. If I were them, I would have considered taking a break. I would have considered taking that 10-minute break, saying, hey, it's been rough, let's take a break, let's talk. But they said, let's send it.
Yeah, and most people would say that this is a defensive-sided map, and it doesn't matter. It does not matter for Empire. They're going to go to win these offensive rounds either way. But this is I always say it. I always say that this is a big round. This is a big round. This is a big round. Martini. I mean, this is where they're both buying.
Is it?
You know, this is the third round. This is the full buy one.
It's gonna be a full buy, or at least close to that, and this is gonna be what we call like kind of those catalyst rounds here, at least for Eternity. If they can win this one out, they can potentially get more full buys in the upcoming round here. But I think Empire, even because they've had 2-round wins back to back, and they played a little bit closer on that economy here, they're gonna be still fine. They have a lot of cash in hand, so even with a loss from a round like this, they're still fine.
Absolutely, and we see a little bit of an off-meta push here as they're going to be blowing into this side of the site.
Oh, huh.
Typically isn't something that you see too often, but it isn't uncommon. What really is uncommon is, pushing the B side, just going straight through the door. I want to see that happen. I really do.
I want to see it work.
Never happens.
That's
it. I want to see it work.
I mean, this breach wall. I mean, they use the breach wall. Huh? Yeah, you're right. This is a very unique push coming out from the Empire players here. Anyways, they are getting set up. It looks like they might be going in for a push, and that's a beautiful frag that makes it all the way. Dual frag goes in there, but obviously no one left to receive that there. But it looks like Eternity is getting set up pretty soon here against Empire, but. I don't know, man. These Empire pushes have been amazing. They've been able to get those plants off almost every single time.
Oh, drone guy with the 3K, stopping the push.
That is the clutch up if I've seen one. I mean, a 3K and Viper almost getting shot out by Red. They're now Red in a 1v2 situation. These two have to meet up, though, to really maximize this 2v1. It looks like Viper Guy going through the second floor, running for their life here, while Drone Guy's holding it down on a side. But do they have the EMP? Where is the EMP? I can't even see it. Am I blind right now?
Red pushing in there does take out Drone Guy. It's a 1v1 situation. He's going to go ahead and finish that plant. Doesn't know where Viper Guy is, though. That may be the problem here. Oh, almost a good swing. Talk about timing. That could have been ugly. But Red is going to go ahead and start the post plant. It's a Viper with low health versus the full health Marui. Does see him and is able to go ahead and get the kill.
I mean, that's gotta hurt. Drone Guy getting that 3K, unfortunately, does not come to fruition here, as Red is able to clutch up that 1v2 situation. I mean, what do you say at this point? I saw Viper was trying to rush to get to site to help out their teammate, but it just, did they play too deep? Should they have just collapsed in on the Empire player from early on?
I don't know. I honestly, I mean, that was a very important round. It did come down close. Drone Guy with that 3K really gave them the upper hand there, but it just wasn't enough. I don't know. It just wasn't enough. They were able to go ahead and get the picks they needed. They lost those one-on-one engagements, and that's all I could really say about that round.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be taking a toll on the Eternity players. I mean, they can round by round, that finalist skin is slowly slipping away from their hands, and I'm pretty sure they had different feelings about it yesterday from today, because yesterday they had dominant 5-0. They won all 5 matches. They probably thought, oh, tomorrow's gonna be an easy walk. We've already beat Empire, but I think that might have gotten to their heads here as they had a rough win on the first game. They go to overtime here, but Empire coming in with that second map win really changed up the mood, I think, on the Eternity side.
It's a different day, Maybe they didn't get their full 8 hours of sleep or eat a healthy breakfast. I don't know what it may be. Maybe the nerves getting to them, like, hey, this is the final one. This is the skin.
Maybe certain players couldn't play yesterday, right?
That as well, that could be a big theme here. But as we're seeing the same lineup here from both of these teams. So we haven't seen any sub-ins or subs-outs as it's been close all of these rounds. Other than last map, I mean, we saw a very strong, heavy Empire dominance last map, and we're seeing that again this map as well. They definitely came to play. That is for sure, Martini.
And I love the variety coming out from both of these teams as they really mix things up. Viper Guy getting that pick off, tries to go in for the 2K, gets the 2K there. And it now comes down to just a 4v3, which is going to be a favorable trade. Favorable trade for the Eternity squad. Never mind, that's already a 3-3 there. But the health economy is still looking a little rough for the Empire squad.
It is looking a little tough. They do, however, have the weapon advantage with the 3 Maruis versus the 2 Pheasants and the Vezin, or the Viper, however, as I say that, trips go down and get red as he just sprinted in his height.
You know, the amount of trips I've seen kill people in the last 2 days, insane. I've seen more. Oh my god, the 2K from Cohen. Now down to just IGL guy gets the 3K.
Cohen with the 3K to give him the round win. He is celebrating. He said, OMG, I just did that. Let's go. We got that round win and an unfavorable 2v3 without EMP. They had to go for those kills. They did not have the EMP hand. I don't know if you saw that. So,
I mean, they're trading 3K for 3K at this point.
They sure are. Yeah, we saw back-to-back 3Ks.
Oh man, I don't know, man. It's looking more and more like Empire. My build will decide unless Eternity can force an overtime, or just come crazy back on that second half here. But remember, this is Eternity already defending. I'm kind of curious, can they do better on the attacking side? And we saw Empire dominate more on the defense, I would say.
That is also true.
I don't know, man. I gotta give it to the Empire squad. Came out of nowhere in CCs, and they are performing well.
Gotta give it to them, even though a lot of the people here in the chat aren't too happy about what's going on right now. I already know.
Yeah, a lot of hate for Empire.
Everyone, though, that is rooting for Empire, is very happy right now to see them really putting on a show and dominating this Eternity squad right now. 4-0 on attack on Damn. That is you gotta feel very good. Your mental's gotta be in a very good state right now if you are Empire.
I would be screaming. I mean, you got Cohen yelling about the 3K probably in the previous round.
Definitely.
It's looking good. Eternity's got to pull out all the stops in this upcoming round, and potentially the upcoming half here, as we do see some utility usage out here. A beautiful frag! Oh!
The nades have been so good on that spot. Every time we see on
Bezin
this
guy.
floor,
It's from Bezin guy too. I think it's always from Bezin guy. Signed, sealed, and delivered there right to their face. I love it.
But just like last time, though, they were in a 4v5 situation on this map, and they still were able to go ahead and get the plant down. And a beautiful wallbane from Icon to go ahead and even it out against Vezin guy. Awesome wallbanes. I mean, the gun is just doing so much damage through those walls.
I mean, it's a Maru. You got to give it some love. It's definitely seen a lot more usage. A lot of damage went out there from 2 damage. Looks like another frag going in deep there. I don't think it did. Oh, no, mouse incendiary. Sorry. 4v4 situation, though, developing here for Empire. I'm waiting for this push, though. I'm surprised they haven't done a push yet.
Viper is hiding right there on the corner. That could be very, very scary. Ooh! Barely missing the instant right there. Dangerous spot. Could have been bad. Could have been bad. Red is right there, though. Does he see the kneecap sticking out? Does he know he's there? He does know he's there. He's going to go ahead and get the pick. It's a 4v3 now, not looking favorable. They do take out the person with the EMP. 7ZK quickly picking that up, tosses the EMP over to Red. They might start that plant. 7ZK does take out Marui guy. It is a 2v2. IGL guy does take out another one. It's actually not in the favor of Empire, but 7ZK is not stopping here. Takes out one, takes out two. Stop shooting. That was almost bad. But 7ZK with like a 3 or 4K that round. Oh my gosh. 7, or we'll call him 7 4K or something. I don't know.
7
crazy.
4K. Yeah, definitely looking great for Empire. I would say don't celebrate too early, but I don't know. I might be celebrating early if I were in their favor at this point. They might be getting, which I say is almost impossible because it's so hard, right? But a clean 6-0 sweep, that just does not happen often. It's always someone wins somewhere randomly in one of the rounds, on that, side, no matter what. But we're seeing potential Empire 6-0 clean sweep, maybe a 7-0 in the upcoming rounds here. But Eternity's got to just put some pedal to metal and really force Empire to have some tough spots. Because I'm telling you, I think they're just giving them too much space. They're just setting up. They're just building their campsite. They're cooking. They're grilling out there before they decide to push.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now. If you're Eternity, I mean, your mental's shocked. You're probably arguing with your teammates right now, saying, you probably shouldn't have done that with the heck man. Like, it's 5-0. That's a hard thing. You gotta just play better. There's got to be some mistakes in there.
Someone to get that replay. Just play better.
Just play better. You know, just hit your headshots. I don't know what else you could really say at this point. I mean, it's not even coming close on these rounds. Some of them are kind of close, but a lot of them are not. And I mean, Empire's just proving that. I'm going to be honest. With the wall banes, the util, the plants, the post plants specifically, the post plants are just absolutely killing it.
Yeah, it's almost
it's a lot of split pushes. I mean, you're seeing that here as well. I mean, you have 2 people pushing this side. You have 3 people taking some space on the other side. This Eternity squad is just not playing any roamers. They're just letting them take all this space. They said you could have it. And it's going to make it really, really easy for them to go ahead and start, planting. Nades coming out from both squads. They both were able to run away, no damage. Lots of back and forth here from Marui and Cohen. Oh, IGL guy on the flank. Might catch 7ZK. 7ZK turning around at the perfect time, getting the kill on IGL guy.
Yeah, definitely looking rough now. Already down 2. Sorry, I was about to say 1. Down for the Eternity squad now as Empire is rushing towards this one. Gets a 3K
Another
there.
headshot there from Icon. It's a 5v2 situation. Now they're playing smart because now they're worrying about EMP when they have the numbers advantage, right? They want to keep those guns in the fight. Almost an S-tier nade. They were able to run away from that. Now they can play post-plant with 1 person left. Like, at this point, you need to put or just pushed in there. And, I mean, not a single one of them is died. That's a win, right? I mean... Even if they come back and win 7-6, that means it would be 7-6.
They would have to. Eternity would need to overtime this and win.
It doesn't matter if they overtime and win. If they overtime and win this, they already overtime and won the first map, right?
It does. It does because that would be 2 map wins. That would give them Eternity 2 map wins because remember, with
gotcha.
the overtime rule, we don't have to worry about counting rounds anymore because it's always been the first win is map wins. If there's a tie there, which that doesn't happen in overtime, then you worry about round wins, but that is not the case here. It is map wins first and only because we have overtime. So if Eternity does overtime this and wins, then we're good. They're good. Not weird. They're good. Otherwise, Empire might be ? 7-0ing Eternity. And I'm seeing some crazy stuff in the chat. Someone said, "Tell me, what is this? Where in the world? What world do we live in where Empire wins Challengers Cup? What world do we live in where Empire wins 7-0 on map 3 against Eternity?"
I think season 3. That's I mean, different season, different teams. But yeah, this is definitely not the Empire or 1 unit, as they be called, that a lot of people are used to seeing. And they are playing like a master team now. They're putting in that work.
People are yelling in the comments. Someone says, "Why does Eternity play like the best team against every other team, but sells against 1U?" And it's just, hey, gotta kill the Empire. Put in the look at this. They put in the work, apparently, because they've been knocking it down here. But I mean, what else can you do now? Eternity now getting set up for this push here. A lot of good early chip damage on Icon there, but we'll see they do get some value out of that.
Yeah, they were playing they had a very strong half. I mean, 6-0 before you even switch. You only need 1 round win to pull through on this. I mean, it's going to be very hard for this Eternity squad to go ahead and come back from this. Chip damage coming out, util nades coming out. They're probably saying, yeah, let's probably not go for that wall. Let's go ahead and rotate here. But they have a really nice proxy there that's going to go ahead and alert them. Red getting a kill on the IGL guy as he's playing there in the break room. It's going to make it very difficult to go ahead and get that wall foam now. See, that's smart. They're playing a little off-site, making it very difficult. Red getting another kill. That's 2. And does get taken out finally from that door. But now you're down a player and pretty low on HP. And they know where you're at. They know you're going to be taking this side.
3-4 low health economy here. Eternity is struggling to allow themselves to keep playing this game at this point because, again, Empire is on match point here. Eternity's got to make something here. Cohen getting that early pick off on Ben's guy. I adapt, finishing it up, and now comes down to just throwing the guy. Gets the 1K, but it's still a 1
4 HP. Oh, runs across, does get taken out by 7ZK, gets shot 1 time, and we see a complete blowout from this Empire squad. 7-0. Look at them celebrate here.
A clean sweep from Empire. I mean, this is a meme moment where you have like, I don't know, I imagine someone literally being swept under their feet or something, because that's what just happened here with the turn. I mean, 7-2, 7-0 now coming out of this. Empire winning this in a 3. I mean, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about what I call an upset? This is one of the first upsets so far in the playoffs. This team that was supposed to be the winner, Eternity, they already had, that 7th seed, and then they had been knocked out by Aspect. But now, not just that, but imagine being forced to play CCs all the way through to fight your way back in. But on top of that, being knocked out now by another team that's even lower seeded than you.
This is the team as well that you already beat in Challenger Cup, just not at the finals of Challenger Cup, if that makes sense. So it must not feel very good. It can't. And, looking at the scoreboard here, I mean, it's pretty, your team, Empire, definitely put up the numbers all around the board. But, I mean, 7ZK here, 13-2, really pushing it forward for the Empire squad. Really, really helping them out there. Can't say a whole lot there for the Eternity squad. I mean, they had a lot of nice plays, some 3Ks, just not enough to fully push it right over where they needed to. And every single round you lost, I mean, that's big, especially with the economy. It's going to really mess you up moving forward. They really needed those round wins. They just could not seem to get.
I know. I feel bad for the Eternity players. I mean, imagine, on Sunday being found out they get to start playing in Challengers Cup. Imagine on another Sunday told that you just lost and you can't even play in the actual qualifiers, closed qualifiers at this point. So it's got to be something for the Eternity squad. Maybe they revisit some of these things, talk about what happened today, maybe have to revisit some stuff, and I don't know, maybe we see a disband. We've seen a lot of disbands,
no.
I'm not wishing it on them.
Hey, we need a caster's blessing, all right, Martini?
Yeah, caster's blessing. Well, no, I hope Eternity comes back and really shows us what's going on in the upcoming season here. But I will say congratulations to the Empire players. They have won themselves that 8th spot, that wild card spot here. But it looks like we will have to be signing off pretty soon here. Any last words from you, Gravy, about the game today, the qualifiers?
Just keep an eye out for those memes. That's all I gotta say. So,
yes.
And we'll get ready for finals as we prepare for that, as that's going to be very interesting seeing Empire now play against IVINA in that seed. And definitely also get to bag that finalist skin. So congratulations to them.
No, I'm excited for them. It'll be fun to see what Empire can do. I will say this is still an uphill battle for them. They will be playing against the top seeded team in the whole league, IVNA. So reminder for everyone else, next week is going to be the first set of open qualifiers. The top 8 teams will now be fighting it out. And I think best of 3 for everybody. But if they win that, they move on to the next round and they play, I believe, in either the next day and or the upcoming week. And again, in 2 weeks, that'll be the grand finals. And it'll be a big deal because that'll be the team that gets the first place win. And I will say I'm excited, I think, the most this season because I don't know who's going to win grand finals because I've seen beautiful gameplay coming out from all of the top 8 teams here. I mean, Empire even themselves making waves and knocking out Eternity here. So they'll be able to take a breath for 1 week, but they are back into the action next week. But again, thanks for coming out and watching another VRML Breachers cast. We appreciate seeing everybody here today. And of course, remember to subscribe, leave a like for us. It's greatly appreciated for the channel. But hopefully we'll see y'all in the next cast. More specifically, we'll see y'all next week when the qualifiers and the playoff season is continuing forward.
VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory, Thanks for watching VRML.